Welcome back, everyone. It's meteorologist Justin Stapleton. Let's get you an update on what's happening in Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Last hour or so, we have seen multiple power outages, upwards of about 10 to 12,000 at this point, from both Entergy up across parts of Montgomery County, and then Center Point starting to pile up as well, as some of these wind gusts that have been coming in with these severe storms have been clocking close to 70 miles an hour. Now, I know that there's the derecho we had 2 weeks ago. A lot of folks are saying, is this the same thing? It is not. Those were 100 to 110 mile an hour winds doing colossal, substantial damage. Yes, there will be some trees and power lines down on this, but crews should be able to get out there pretty quickly and take care of that. And the good news is, let me put a stop on this. These are moving through fairly quickly. As soon as they do, I'll take the lightning off. Notice that we're dropping those severe thunderstorm warnings. So it's just really the leading edge of that. And in fact, if you look, and let me turn on what's called a velocity product. And what this is it basically tells you winds that are either going towards the radar or away from the radar. This bright colors right here. Let me take all of this off so that you can get a sense of what we're seeing here. These bright colors right here across the area, this is where we're looking at a potential for some very strong winds smashing their way across parts of the North Loop. That includes right outside of Bush Airport, where there's a ground stop until I believe it was 1:45 or so. Probably will be more. But if you're watching us up over towards Oates Prairie, North Shadydale, right into downtown, east side, that includes the 5th Ward, over towards East End as well. There's some strong winds, and there could be dealing with some additional power outages with these winds as they move on through. Let me kind of slide this out, and I want to show you something with this real quickly. And I'm going to put this in motion over the last hour, just so you get a sense. Look how fast those winds are coming in. And that's why we were talking, some of these wind gusts are closer to about 60, 70 miles an hour. And in fact, if we look at some of the brighter spots that we have in there, that's 64 mile an hour winds right outside of Kingwood and Bush Airport. So that's why we're running into some of these power outages that we are in some of the spots in particular. And that is what we're going to be watching over the next hour or so as this continues to slide across the area. So I took off the lightning because I just want you to see the storms that we're dealing with here. And in fact, let me put a stop on this and get a better sense of what we're seeing. So Katy, if you're watching us out the greater Katy area, heads up. This is already towards Brookshire. This is going to be from Katy, Fulshire down towards Cinco Ranch, over across Cross Creek Ranch to 1093 out to the West Park, probably within the next 10 to 15 minutes. I wouldn't be shocked to see that. In fact, if we kind of parse this out, moving over towards parts of Mission Bend, Katy about 144, Cinco Ranch over to Clodine, right about 2 o'clock at that point. So that's one spot. So if you do have to go pick the kids up, if the school is just going to hold them for the next hour or so, that's probably the best decision at this point until they move on through. So expect this whole line to be sliding southward over the next, let's say, about 1 to 2 hours, headed on down to the coast. And in fact, if we take a look at that, here's what it looks like by 2, 3 o'clock. Those storms are already pushing on down Sugarland, down towards Lake Jackson. Should be off coast by about 4 or 5 o'clock today. And the rest of the evening, we're looking good. And in fact, I do expect by tomorrow that the storms that have been there today and some of the light rain that we'll get overnight tonight into tomorrow should help to scour out some of that nasty fog that smoke that we've had across the area. So again, lightning, wind, hail, those were all the threats for today. As we go in towards tomorrow and the rest of the week, notice that the temperatures, guys, are a little cooler, upper 80s to low 90s, so certainly no heat advisory, but we have daily rain chances at about 30, 40%, so we could be talking about some strong, heavy downpours, isolated, but they'll be out there each and every afternoon as we get going in towards our weekend forecast.